Hey guys, it's Amy Thing to Plan, and we are back with another Plan With Me video. So you can see here that I have some stuff set up for basically the week of March 1st through the 7th. So you can see here that it's Dr. Seuss week. So I'll be planning in Sophia's memory book. And I decided to just go with the theme here for their Sophia's daycare. They're basically doing a different dress up day for each of the weeks. And so I just thought it would be really fun to decorate in the theme of Dr. Seuss and just go for it. And so what I decided to do was basically look at these colors right here from the official colors of Dr. Seuss and pull out some washi. And I didn't want to make it too wild and crazy where I was using every single color. So I decided to focus on thing one, thing two, and then the cat in the hat right here. And so really pull in some reds and some blues. So I went ahead and pulled some paper. Here's just some paper here, some reds and some blues, and then just a blank paper just in case I needed that. And then I think what I'm going to do is just get really, really just inventive with washi. So I've got all of these reds with just these fun patterns on it, which I feel really is Dr. Seuss to me. And then here's another red that I found. And then I just didn't have quite as much blue, but I went ahead and pulled some blue as well. So I'm probably not going to use all this washi, but that's the goal, is just to do something fun with those washi tapes. All right, so then what we're going to do is get into the memory book. So she's in here in the Franken planner right now. And we're, again, planning for March 1st through the 7th. And I'll go ahead and take this off so that way we can plan with it. I'm running out of room on my table, so I'm trying to figure out where to put everything. And then what I'll do is pull these papers right here to the side. But this is the reference that I'll just be using just to kind of look at it and see the colors and see kind of what we're doing. So the very first thing is that there are some parts of this that are not red and blue. So I do want to try to cover some of that up. So we're going to start there. And cover some of that up. And I'm going to use, I think, this one. This one is I feel like the iconic kind of cat in the hat look. And I'm going to just lay down the washi just to cover up these lines. And I totally get that I'm making these boxes even thicker than they already are. But hopefully I'll be able to kind of offset that with the rest of the page. So do that there. Should I put this on this other side? Yeah, I'll just go and put this on this other side. And I should have pulled out my X-Acto knife, but I totally didn't do that. So I'm just going to cut it. And then I'll have to figure out what to do with this little top part right here. I left a little edge right here, so let me trim that off. All right. Leave a comment if your children are celebrating Dr. Seuss week in school and what I should be doing. Basically it's a bunch of dress up days and I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing. The days are one of the first day is mix it up. I think we can do that. Just put all the different patterns together. Okay, so we'll just be able to handle Monday. But then the Friday is a parade at her daycare. And they basically have to dress like a book. And her book is, Oh, the Things That You Can Think, I think. What's the name of her book? And I'm just what is this book? I don't know that I've ever read this Dr. Seuss book. So I don't remember the name. But it's something All the Things You Can Think or something like that. And I'm just what book is that? I have no idea. So I'm not quite sure how she's supposed to dress up like that book when I have not even read it. So we're gonna have to run to the library or download the book or do something, because honestly I otherwise will have no idea what I'm doing. So because I don't have an X-Acto knife, what I do is basically pull a little bit of the tape past it and then I just fold it over and just kind of crease it. And then once I pull the tape up a little bit, I can see where the crease mark is, and I can just use a pair of scissors and kind of trim it down. That one I trimmed a little bit short because I was chit-chatting with you guys, but normally it works just fine to do it like that. I think it actually works really well to be able to do it like that. I see a lot of people use like a Starbucks card or a washi card to kind of cut the tape, and that works well too, but I am not that great at doing that trick. So, oh, I cut that one short again. Okay, I need to stop chit-chatting so that way I can like line these up straight. Also, I don't really care though. Imperfection makes it unique. All right, I'm gonna lay down the last of this one. And again, I get that it's like super like stripy now. Whoops. But hopefully I'll be able to cover some of that up. And again, like I feel like what I'm going for here is gonna be like super zany, like mixed patterns, just stuff all over the place. Let me cut this one correctly. I know it's possible. Focus, Amy. Okay, so that's the first one. And I might not use that washi anymore since we're just gonna go with a different pattern. So then what I'm gonna do is, I gotta think about this. Do I wanna cover this up? I probably do. So let me go ahead and pull some stickers so that way I can try to replace that date. All right, I have like this March right here. And so what I'll do is lay down, let's see, let's pick a different, I like this one. Okay, I'm gonna use some of this washi tape right here. And let me show you the trick of how I do this, just to make sure washi kind of like doesn't get too, I don't know, off center or whatever. I lay it on a regular sheet of paper. I'm gonna lay it down right here. And I'll lay, let's see, I think that should be wide enough, is these 2 strips. And I'll match it on here, just so I can have more room for it. Ugh, I'm gonna match it. I'm gonna lay it on top because I feel like I need it to like match. Okay, and now I'm gonna like do the eyeball method and see if that covers it. I need one more strip. I'm gonna cut a little bit more. It needs a little bit more height here. And I'll just, again, like layer it on top. Move over to this one. Okay, that's great. And then what I'll do is, instead of trying to cut it and then like put it on there, now that I've laid it down, then I will cut it. Okay, so trim it right here. I'll go ahead and cut it off right there so I can just kind of play with it once I have it cut on these 3 sides, and then I can just kind of cover it up. All right, so what I'm thinking is I'll shape this edge up, and what I'm using is the pattern on here to make a straight line, and then I'll be able to kind of like cover it right there. And it looks like right here, like straight down the middle of that, like this whole set right here, and I'll just trim it all the way down. All right, and I'll just cover it like that. And honestly, now that I've done that, I'm realizing that the March might not show up that well. So what I'm gonna do is, now that I've showed you that trick, I'll save that piece for somewhere else. I'll just use a white sheet of paper and just lay it right on top. Okay. With all that, now I'm gonna use my glue. My glue is running low, so this will be, hopefully I don't run out completely. There's like a weird blue edge here from the washi, so let me cut that off a little bit. Right, I'm not worried so much about this being like perfectly square, since I won't even notice it, honestly. So we'll do that. Right, I'm a very crafty, messy crafter. So like already, like there's strips, like little craft things right here. Okay, so I have this little piece right here, and I'll do something with that later. But then that part's covered, so then I'll just add the March right on top, just so we know that it's March. Not that I would forget, I don't think, but that's there. Right, and then I will add right underneath that a piece of this washi that I was kind of playing with. Let's make it a little bit straighter. Like normally this would bother me so much to have like 2 different types of washis like right next to each other, but you know, I feel like, again, that's like really Dr. Seuss like, to like kind of just mix and match these patterns. Okay. Okay. So that's where we are right now. I don't like how it's kind of like even on one side, and then like there's an edge right there. So I'm gonna relay it so that way it just kind of like flows out like that, if that makes sense, like where it's even on both sides, basically. Okay. All All right, good so far. I've got like extra dates and all sorts of stuff here. Okay, so let me move that out of the way. Okay, so then what I'm gonna do is create some boxes with different patterns. And again, like I'm using this as inspiration. So like there's some like just random boxes of different patterns there. And I did want to at least keep it within the same color scheme with the red and blues, but I do want to have like just some fun patterns on here. And I'll use kind of the same trick that I just did, where I'm gonna lay down washi on this paper and kind of like put the pattern together, and then I will trim it out. So I'll fast forward through some of this so you don't have to sit and watch me like cut down patterns. Okay, so I tried to cut through it, and apparently the tape was a little bit too thick for the Happy Planner punch to go through. So now I'm trimming this one out by hand. It did give me at least the punch marks, so I can take care of business that way. Okay, and since this punch is not working, I'm a little bit worried about like continuing to do the washi tape trick to punch more. So let me try to find some scrapbook paper. Oops, oh man, I just cut that edge by accident. Okay, so I've got two at least, but let's pull out some scrapbook paper. I have my stuff sitting right here. So I'm gonna pull out this like tiny, where is it? I know I have a little tiny pad in here. Let's see if I can find it. Okay, this is like a recollections pad of like very spring-like colors. I'm not a huge fan, but we'll make do. This is, you know, Plan B. Let me pull this one. It's kind of pink, but that's pink as well. It's like a very spring collection, so I like this pattern. Blues. Lots of blues here. Let's do some yellows. I like the yellows. If I'm gonna change it up, might as well change it up all the way, right? Okay. I feel like I need some reds, though. I like... Try not to do like rainbow or anything. Okay, let me just stick with these. Right, then what I'll do is just punch through some of these. Right, I like to punch through them like a couple at a time when I'm working with the punch. Okay, maybe not quite that many. Let's just do one at a time. I only have like two more. Okay, I still have like a ton of washi tape. I have paper everywhere. Let me pull out these sheets right here. I do want to color a couple of these colors boxes. Whoops! Flying everywhere. Let me do one more. Hopefully I didn't. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, so now I have these pieces to play with, like the washi ones that I did, as well as like just the scrap paper that I pulled out, and I still have lots of paper still left. So let's just play with this and see in terms of placement what we're going to be able to do. I'm just placing them randomly. No order whatsoever to any of it. There's an extra sheet. Okay. I'm getting into like more of a checkerboard pattern here. So let's see, let's move this one like this. This I cut the wrong way, so. Okay, let's take a look. Do I like that? Do I like that? I actually do like that. So I am going to glue everything down. This is what I've got so far. All right, it actually looks really cute. I really love that. Okay, so then let me grab some colorful boxes and then we'll see what it looks like from there. I went ahead and just grabbed an entire book of colorful boxes. These are for the mini, I'm guessing. Oh, I actually have no idea. Anyway, I just thought these would be really nice to kind of blend in some of the black. And that's the goal here, is to actually use these stickers. I think it's just a kind of a fun shape to use, and it's the black, which will pop against some of the colors here that we've got. So what I'm gonna do is just put down one box per. I'm gonna like switch around the orientation. Some of them will be a lot more like on the box and some are not. So I don't know, it'll just be a lot of fun, I think. Okay, so 3 boxes already. Need one here. And then last one, it's just a box per week. I just flipped it around so that way it's all kind of like different shapes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll have to do it in the middle, I feel like. Just 2 that way, 2 and 3 that way. Yeah, let's just do it here in the middle. And let's go this way. Okay. I don't know. It's like kind of wild and zany, but I actually really kind of love it. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it right here. There's still plenty of space for me to write for the most part. I have a box per, and then I'm leaving the sidebar open just in case I want to take notes for the entire week. But I'm gonna call this my Dr. Seuss week with the fun and crazy shapes, and we'll end it with that. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Hopefully you're just as messy of a crafter as I am, because I feel like I make such a huge mess when I craft. So any kind of pulling out of punches and glue and things like that tends to be really messy for me. So I hope you enjoyed that process. If you did, do give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment if there's something that you would add or subtract or change about this spread. I love to like hear your feedback on how the planning process went for me. And until the next video, bye guys.